where are we at when Series 3 starts?
We're sort of, we come back just as we arrive home from the Holy Land. Series 2 ends with the what's left of the gang coming back to England, sort of defeated in a way, because we lost Marion and two of them stayed behind, and we come back to... would you like to stop these people talking? Oi! Shut up! Thanks, buddy. See what I mean? Sorry.
So we can.
We arrived back in England, and the experience in the Holy Land, which is pretty traumatic, has changed everyone. Most notably and most obviously Robin, who's out to kill Gisborne, and doesn't want to be doesn't see himself as a hero anymore. Sees the cause as hopeless and wants to disband, and so everything looks like it's going to be broken up. And then Brother Tuck enters the equation, and he sort of saves the band and gives us new hope. Sorry, David, Madonna, you were just talking very loudly. It's all action.
Well, next question then. What does...
David Harewood's feet will be featured in the documentary. Sorry, go on.
What does Friar Tuck add to the group?
Apart from jumping up and down on tables? Friar Tuck adds absolutely nothing to the group at all. I don't know what he's doing here. No, he gives it purpose, and he sort of gives Robin a political dimension that he didn't have before. I mean, I'm sure David will explain a bit more, but he basically reinvigorates the group. We come back, we're very tired from the journey, we're traumatised by the Holy Land, and I don't think any of us really want to carry on, and Robin certainly doesn't. And he basically brings the group back together very cleverly, and gives us new hope, but also gives us a new purpose, which is on a grander scale than it was in the series before, because I think he sees that the only way we're going to defeat the regime that's in power is for revolution. It's not, being a band of 6 people in the forest isn't going to work anymore, and you need to change, the minds of the people and get them to help us, and that's basically what the third series is all about.
Okay, how does Little John get on with Friar Tuck?
Initially, as ever, Little John's a bit suspicious of any newcomer. It's a bit ambivalent, which I quite like. It's not that clear, and I think to start with, I don't like his intelligence intimidates me. His worldly wiseness intimidates me. But he's a man of the cloth, so Little John, being a fairly traditional person living in the Middle Ages, respects that, and so I think he realises that he has a good effect on Robin. I think he thinks some of his plans are a bit harebrained, and he certainly doesn't like the fact he keeps reminiscing about his travels around the world, which drives him up the wall. But that apart, he realises that over the piece he's a force for good, and he's pretty handy as a fighter. So Little John can empathise with that. I've got someone else to share the muscle man duties with, which is quite nice.
Okay, is there much mourning of the characters you've lost?
There is mourning of Marion, definitely. I think that has an effect on us all, because she was a friend to us all, especially in the end, towards the end of the last series. The Will Scarlet and Jack characters were walked off into a romantic sunset, so there's not much mourning for them because they're still, presumably, still alive. But certainly Marion and Robin is deeply, overtly affected by it, and I think all of us are, to a lesser extent, affected by that loss, which was traumatic in the Holy Land.
Okay, and likewise, what's it been like amongst the cast, losing Lucy and having new people coming to the group?
I haven't missed them at all. Didn't like them, haven't missed them. No, it's been really interesting. I mean, I think it's, I watched the last episode of Robin Hood with a lot of children round at the house. All my children's friends came round, and I was really interested to see their reaction. And they were completely shocked when Marion died, as I think we all were when we knew that that's what was going to happen. but they were also really intrigued, and likewise I was really intrigued to see what shape the new series would take. And the new cast members are fantastic. You know, I mean, David and Joanne, who've come into the group, which can't be that easy to start with. They just strolled right in and have fitted in. It's like they've always been part of the gang, and I think generally that's been a huge acting as well as plot-wise, step up. I mean, these guys are very, very experienced, very, very good actors, and it's been brilliant to work with them. And then to get, some of the other people, the other guest stars coming in, has just been fantastic. And it just ups the game a bit, because, they're coming with new and fresh ideas, and it changes things, and that's good.
Okay, and we know that Jonas is leaving at the end of this series as well. How do you feel about that, and what do you think?
It went too soon. No, I don't know. I mean, I think it's still sort of sinking in with us, and I think what happened when we first heard that Marion left, the immediate reaction is, how dare you, how can you possibly do that, this is nonsense, it's never going to work, how can you have Robin Hood without Marion? And we have, and it's very good, and it's a bigger question, can you have Robin Hood without Robin Hood? But there's only one way to find out, I guess, and that's to go forward. But it'll be very sad. I mean, on a personal level, I've grown to know and love all the actors that I work with in this show, and they will remain friends for the rest of my life. And so, to lose that, it's always a bit of adds a personal dimension to it, which helps with my rather creaky acting, because it means that when I'm sad, I'll be genuinely sad. But I think it's interesting. I think it's a huge and ambitious leap, and I hope it's successful.
Okay. Do you ever fear that little John could be killed off? How much do you know about what's to come?
I don't. Whenever you lift page 1, it's like all those actors on 24. When you lift the page 1, you see little John coughs. You suddenly, oh God, is he going to die of bronchiolitis or something? So I don't know. No, I have no idea. No, of course he could. I mean, anyone, if they can kill off Robin Hood, I think that means that we're all none of us are indispensable. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They could easily kill him off. They could kill him off. They could kill him off in this series for all I know. But I hope they don't. But that's up to the writers.
Okay, but you're happy to do more?
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I'm very happy. I love doing this show. It's a very, very unusual television show to do. There aren't many TV shows made like this, and even less made in the UK like this, where it's a big show, and to be part of a big show is a really interesting experience.